After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, Tuthill was compelled to become Kineas, a Skydude. That's right, Kineas the Skydude. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be. I can't believe it. I can't escape Canada. Something keeps going wrong, and I end up spawning right back pretty much where I started, near Vancouver Island. Yesterday, did a great 737 flight, but something went wrong at the very end. And after we landed and we were getting ready to put it into park and shut the thing down, for the first time ever in a live stream, it just teleported us, or I hit a keystroke combination weird, whatever. The plane teleported out of the place we were at, and then it said, you landed at the wrong airport, and it failed us. Never seen it happen before. And we're back to where we started. I can't escape Canada. What in the world is going on? So I'm going to try it again. Another 737 flight, because I need the practice. And this one's going to take us not really out of Canada, but it's going to at least try to move us across Canada. So this should take us to Calgary, which I've never been, so that's cool. All right, let me show you on the Bushtalk app where we're at in the world. So I got the screen a little bit cluttered up at the moment. Let me bring that up while that's loading in. Okay, so we are here. Let me zoom out a little bit more in the world. We're actually away from Vancouver Island. Please don't lock. Please don't crash. Come on. Come on, come on. All right, so you see the big blue arrow here? And November 88562. Yeah, that's us. So I think we were here up here. So either way, it put us down here. And this trip should take us east, where the heck Calgary's at over here. And that's what we're trying to go through. And then hopefully maybe we can, I don't know. We've never really been this far north in our career stuff. Either way, let's see what happens today and see if we don't get cursed. Okay, now, before we get going, to make things worse, this is a role-playing kind of scenario with Skydude, right? So I'm out there trying to become Kineas the Skydude, a Skydude, and there's always bad guys that are out there, or just forces in general, that don't want Kineas to succeed. Okay, now, those folks, come on, we have to give them an opportunity to sabotage our plane. I can't believe I'm doing this. All right, so there's the D&D Dice up at the top, and we got our random failures app at the bottom. And before we get going, again, we have to give the evil elements in the aviation world. Yeah, you're like, no, it's unheard of. Come on, people are people. All right, there's 7 categories that can fail, so I'm going to grab a D8, and on an 8, nothing happens. They fail to sabotage our plane. A 1, so they did not fail. Usually a 1's a fumble, but not in this case. So we go to the random app. And the first option is flight controls. This can be incredibly bad. Well, all of them can. There's a potential for any one of these to really, really, really just bring our flight to a halt and keep us trapped over here in Canada. Okay, so flight controls. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 items that can fail that they can tinker with and sabotage. Okay, so let's get a D10. So on a 9 or a 10, whatever they're plotting to do right now with the flight controls, they could fail. So here we go, rolling the dice. A 7. They are successful sabotaging something. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rudder trimmer stuck. Let's hope they roll a really low percentile chance of it happening. So it's based on 0 to 1,000 in here, but I need to roll a 100 sided dice. Okay. Oh my gosh. A 97% chance of failure that one of our rudder trims is going to get stuck. So I have to make this 900 and... Pardon me. Got a little bit of a cold. Like, now I keep biting my tongue a little bit. 970% chance... I keep biting my tongue. Percent chance of failure. And now we have to start it. Now, there are a number of things that can trigger it. Speed, an altitude, time, or it could just decide to instantly fail. So let me go here to overview and start the thing. And then we'll look at our fail list and see if it instantly failed. Yep, it instantly failed. No, it says it'll fail when we hit it 129 knots. Oh, this could be bad. So a 97% chance that when we hit 129 knots, the sabotage will kick in. Oh man, got my fingers crossed. Could be bad, could bring us right back down and keep us stuck right here in Canada. Lovely. Okay, let's put those aside and get going. Yeah, got to give them a chance. Okay. Here we are at Abbotsford, Abbottsville, Abbott something. Abbottstown.
Hi, Captain. We've got a great team aboard with Carrie McKay's cabin crew. First Officer Anne Elizabeth Kelly.
Any one of you could be the sabotagers. What do I know?
Passengers should proceed to gate 10 for immediate boarding. Thank you.
So yeah, Abbottsburg, Abbott's.
Captain, it's Carrie the Pursuer. Ready to board passengers.
The Pursuer? The Purser? Anyway, if you live here in Abbott's something, I'm sorry, I'm messing the name up. I'll check the map here shortly.
Abbotsford ground.
Abbottsford. Abbottsford.
Hotel 88. Could you please get the passengers on board? Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88, the jetway is going to be connected.
New York, London, Paris, Munich. Everybody talking about pop music. Come on, good juju. We need your help today. What? You're gonna try to dump them in my cockpit? That didn't really line up right. You're gonna drop all the passengers just down on the ground there.
Abbotsford ground. Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 8 baggage.
Yeah, they managed to teleport themselves over. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I can get out this door. Oh, you've got to see the interior of the 737. If this is the business jet. If it is, it's so posh. No, this is just the passenger one. Nope. The business version, the business variant of this is super posh. And I hope that one day we can do real live passengers, that we can create a social environment inside your plane and allow you to take a seat, and it'll operate like a social environment We have our avatars, and you can move around if you want, but the idea is that everybody can socialize with each other and me, and you can do it from inside the plane rather than just watching the live stream. You can still watch the live stream from your chair, from your seat. If you want to pay attention to, my view, you can do it from your seat chair. Or you'll have your own external camera, your own internal camera, drone stuff. You can go all over the place. It's going to be amazing if they do it. Okay.
Abbotsford ground, kin, Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88. Could you please send a catering truck?
I really need some Starbucks right about now. It was a late night last night.
The catering truck is on the road.
So I'm also, I like playing other games. Who doesn't? And I've got the SimCity Jones really bad. Right? I've been waiting 30 years for them to bring, this is going to sound cheesy to you older, maybe, you're my generation still. Maybe you'll understand. I have been waiting 30 years as a Maxis fan for them to deliver what Will Wright promised that we would eventually have, and that was The Sims inside of SimCity. They were supposed to be for us. They were not supposed to just be a standalone thing. The Sims were created for the SimCity community, and then somewhere along the line, the good idea went bad, and now we don't even have an updated SimCity to play. And now they're like, well, we don't know that we're going to make Sims 5 yet. We don't know what we're going to do. Project Renee, blah, 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 blah. And they haven't done it. But either way, I have to say, I've never beat SimCity 2013. It is amazing, and it is challenging. And if you're an expert at it, good for you, because it drives me mad. Okay, we're gonna do. Okay, so requesting clearance.
Abbotsford ground, kin, Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88, ready to copy IFR clearance to Calgary.
They didn't do the baggage. I guess.
Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 is cleared to Calgary Airport via the Golf Alpha Bravo Victor Oscar for departure. Expect runway 07. Maintain FL tree 50. Departure frequency is 125.
125.
4612.
You know what happened yesterday too? Is our barometer was broken. It wouldn't go past like 2993. So they want us to 35,000. Not a big deal.
Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88. Did you hear my last transmission?
I did. I was messing with my knob.
Clear to Calgary via the Golf Alpha Bravo Victor Oscar for departure runway 07. Maintain FL tree 50. Departure frequency is 125. 9 or 5 squawk 4612 kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88.
And so after this live stream and after a short break.
8 readback correct. Contact ground on 121. 8. Good day.
Contact ground on 1218.
Fuel capacity, Captain.
Really? Let's fix that. Boy, the panel is so dark. And what do they want? 1018? So here's where you change your frequency. Yeah. How do I turn up the brightness on this thing? I'm still learning the 737, so please forgive me. I'm no pro at this at all. One 21.8. One 21.85 432 1218.
Abbotsford ground, Kin, Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88 Gate 10 Information India. Request startup. Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 Abbotsford ground. Startup approved altimeter tree 010.
All right, let's find out if it's broken again today. We need to dial 3010. I'm trying to change this number right here. 3010. Why this isn't fully computerized yet, I don't really know. It's working. 3010. That's great. Yeah, it locked in at 2993 and it wouldn't adjust after that. It would go to like, you can go down a little bit, like 3991 or 2991, whatever, but you couldn't go up. All right, what do we got to do? Request taxi.
Abbotsford ground, Kin, Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88 with India ready to taxi, IFR.
Okay.
Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 07 via taxiway Alpha Charlie Alpha 1. Contact tower on 135. 47 when ready.
All right, if you do want to skip messing with the radios, just acknowledge it from the chat.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 07 via taxiway Alpha Charlie Alpha 1 Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88. Abbotsford ground, Kin, Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88. I am done with the boarding.
Thanks for dumping him in my lap.
Abbotsford ground, Kin, Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88, requesting pushback. Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 pushback request accepted.
Connecting people, United says. On the side of the plane there. Connecting people, uniting the world.
Tow bar in place, Captain.
Do 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 do.
You're cleared to start engines.
Yesterday was fraught with danger too. I failed my initial and had to go around, then failed that one, then had to go around, and I think I failed that one and had to go around, and kept going round and round. And I finally landed it. And again, once we finally taxied and made it over to parking, it teleported the plane to some weird location and said, "You failed." Oh, please don't crash.
Pushback is complete.
All right. Okay. All right, well, kick back, enjoy the flight, put your feet up. This is, they're going to tell you it's a non-smoking flight and all that. Nah, ignore all that. You're the VIP here. You get to do whatever you want. You can come up here and hang out if you want, Bobby. You like movies about gladiators, Bobby? Drink, smoke, whatever you want. Run amok. Have a ball, y'all. You're the VIPs on this flight. This is where I wish we had our AI, and I hope they bring the AI back, the one that we had in 2020. Because it's so nice to have your AI do your taxiing for you. That way you can chat with everybody and say hi and hang out and go over notes and talk to people about what you should be doing, and let Steve handle all the tediousness of the taxi. Had a long discussion about that. The general idea that in game development, that it's really upsetting when they give you something new, but then they take away a bunch of things that you had. I don't like the idea of taking away anything that you've already given to people that they're used to. Sure, give them new stuff, but don't turn around and take away things that, you know, that they loved so much. And again, I don't know if we're going to get our AI back, but I want our AI back. I don't want to go back to 2020. It's hard to believe that that's a popular thread in the forums. You know, I like 2024, but I'm going back to 2020. Why? Well, I missed this and I missed that. And I missed this and they took this away and I don't know if it's coming back. So until I do, I'm ditching 2020. No, ditching 2024. And I don't like that either. So I've got my fingers crossed. So I haven't really gotten into monitoring all the threads on the the beta testing for system update 2. You know, generally I see good comments in other videos like, oh, SU2 is going to be great. You know, it's going to do this and do that and do this and that, but I haven't heard whether or not we're going to get AI back or be able to use more aircraft in our career. What is the top issue for you? How are you doing with 2024? Are you upset? Doing all right? You feeling all right? In the immortal words of Joe Cocker. Well, I'm not feeling too good myself. It doesn't see that we're hold short still, so a little bit more forward. There we go.
Abbotsford ground, kin, Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88, requesting pushback.
No pushback tug is available to answer your request.
But I didn't want a pushback tug.
Victoria Tower, kin, Charlie Alpha, Hotel 8, at runway 07 ready for departure IFR to Calgary.
Oh, darn it, I've left the dice. Are the dice up? No, they're not up. That's just, I'm seeing an earlier screen.
Cleared for takeoff runway 07.
Oh, the barometer changed. It's now 3009 in between here and there. Fast changing weather. Okay, acknowledge clearance.
Cleared for takeoff runway 07 kin, Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88.
All right, well, cross your fingers. I'm really hoping we don't have any
Dear passengers, please
problems today.
And secure all baggage underneath your seat or in the overhead compartments. Place your seats and table trays in the upright position. Turn off all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones, and prepare for takeoff.
Well, you can do that. That's still optional. You want to risk it? You want to run amok in the cabin while I'm taking off? Go ahead. Uh-oh, come on. It's like we lost nose wheel authority there for a second. Now, you might be thinking, that is such a quiet aircraft. Well, I have headphone simulation on, which kind of deadens the sound of the aircraft, so it doesn't do your ears in, but the engines are kind of low. Don't hear anything. Don't want to turn them up too loud, but I'm sure they're louder outside. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the moment of fear. Auto throttle is armed. Don't know if you can turn on speed until autopilot's on. I don't think I set a vertical speed yet. Okay, what now? Why are you still beeping at me? What did I do wrong? Why are you beeping?
V1, rotate.
Okay. I think I put in too much fuel. We were heavy. Oh.
The Abbotsford International Airshow is held annually on the second Friday, Saturday and Sunday in August at Abbotsford International Airport in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. It is Canada's largest airshow. In the mid-1970s, Abbotsford was designated as Canada's national airshow by Prime Minister Pierre E. Trudeau. It features both military and civilian aircraft from Canada and the United States, and on occasion has had military aircraft from other countries. These include Britain, France, Italy, Germany, Russia, the Netherlands, Brazil, Chile, and Ukraine. The airshow was started in 1962 by the Abbotsford Flying Club. The 1986 show was conducted in conjunction with Expo 86, the Vancouver World's Fair. This saw the inclusion of several European teams like the Patrouille de France and the Frecky.
No. She's talking. I'm watching. I'm listening to her.
Ukrainian Antonov.
And this thing doesn't want to go into LNAV. So, and it's doing that. What is going on? Flaps are all the way up. Oh, landing gear. Up. It doesn't want to climb. What are you doing? Climb, baby. Don't sink. That's right, don't sink. Why are we holding with that? Okay, come on. Don't stall us. What are you doing, aircraft? Oh my god. Alright, it didn't want to take LNAV, so let me turn to the heading and try to intercept that way. And then let's see if LNAV will kick in. Sometimes if the course is more than 15 degrees off the takeoff, it won't do it. Now we're going to plow right into the mountain. Try to increase the climb. Oh. We are, aren't we? We're going to crash right into the mountain.
Charlie Alpha Hotel 88, contact Seattle Center on 128. Fife, good day.
Gads. That was so close. 300 feet from hitting that.
Charlie Alpha
Hotel 88, acknowledge last transmission.
Oh, please. Right now, I'm in a moment of freaking out,
5 Kin Charlie
and you're bothering me.
Hotel 88. Seattle Center Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 is at 3,200 feet, climbing FL Tree 50. Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 Seattle.
That's lovely.
Tree 0.
I gotta say, that's the best reason of getting trapped in Canada. It is so pretty. Amazing as you Canadian people. Don't think we Americans are all chowderheads and hate Canada. Not at all. We still see it kind of like brother and sister kind of thing. Best friends and neighbors.
Hotel 88, contact Vancouver Center on 125.
Okay, going to 125, 9 or 5.
2,500.
Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88, please acknowledge. 125, 9 or 5, Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88.
Try to get Elnav to work now.
Vancouver Center Kin Charlie Alpha.
It's working. Thank you, plane.
7,100 feet, climbing FL Tree 50.
Fantastic.
Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel
3010 on the barometer.
10 radar contact, continue to IGTAG.
IGTAG. All right, we're continuing to IGTAG. We're almost there. 8,000 feet only. Beautiful Canada, beautiful.
Cultis Lake is a lake, associated community and provincial park in the Fraser Valley region of British Columbia, Canada. It is the source of the Sweltzer River. Cultis Lake is located 11 kilometers south of the Chilliwack River, near the city of Chilliwack and approximately 80 kilometers east of Vancouver. In 1950, Cultis Lake became a provincial park of British Columbia. Cultis Lake covers an area of 656 hectares, evenly on either side of the lake. At one time the lake had a sawmill and booming ground until it became a provincial park in the 1950s. Etymology. Cultis Lake has always been an important place for spirit quests of the Stolo people. However, it was named with the Chinook jargon word meaning primarily bad, worthless, or good for nothing, but the same word can
Good
also
for nothing lake.
without purpose, or simply
Without purpose. No fish in it, it's just water. It doesn't do anything else. Worthless lake. Hey, you know, spiritual quests, speaking of, bottom of the hour, is it too early to be drinking? I don't know. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Cheers. Here's to your health, well-being, and prosperity. I missed the 20-minute mark, but I already said it's a smoking flight, so you can smoke as much as you want.
Acknowledge last transmission.
Chilliwack. There was a band named Chilliwack, and I always thought, the hell kind of name is that?
Charlie Alpha Hotel 88.
I'm like, maybe they're just big fans of chili or something. I had no idea that it was a name of a city
Hotel 8
in Canada.
is passing 12,600 feet, climbing FL Tree 50.
Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 Vancouver Center altimeter 30. 10 radar contact continue.
But even then, Canadians, what got you to name the place Chilliwack? Does it have anything to do with chili, or it's like another Indian name meaning we like chili? No, Canadians, it has nothing to do with chili. It's an Indian word meaning that we like chili. But you said, I don't care what we said. We can be contradictory. This is where Logan from the X-Men, when we look down at the mountains and he you know, he's looking down, he smiles and looks over at me from Colorado. He goes, haha, you think you're Rocky Mountains or something, huh? No, I never said that. You did. But I agree with you. Look, I mean, I love our Rocky Mountains. I love Colorado. But truly, yeah, you're right. The Canadian Rockies? Yeah. I mean, dude. Dude! I totally get it, Wolverine. It's probably the lake down there, one of the places you were made or something. Running around here all naked with claws like some wild man. Could have been any one of these weird lake places up here where you were running around naked. Well, thank goodness we're up and away. All right. Photo Ebnad. Ebnad the Merciless. We're on the way to Ednab. Elnab's working fine. Fine. 18,000 feet. Still slowing down. I've got us, yeah. That's climbing pretty aggressively. Come on, plane, push it. Come on, more power, please. Scotty. Scotty. Need more power, Scotty. Come on. Push it. I'm sure there's a way in the MCDU, probably with the Boeings, to go in and alter the engine power. Or I don't know. I mean, when I'm watching other people that are really good at flying these things, they're always mucking about in the MCDU, changing things. And like, oh, I'm going to change the flux to blah, 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 blah. And I don't fully have that knowledge rotating in my head. And so I need to find somebody who's an expert using all of the console. So I need to watch some of your videos out there, so I don't find myself dealing with these warnings and dealing with the low power on climb. I think going to a level change, though, doesn't that kick it to N1? Does that give us more power? It might put us into a shallower climb. I don't know. Let's try it. Level change. See what the difference is. Well, the speed is definitely going up, so that's good. Hey, remember, don't be a stranger in the chat room. I want to thank you for tuning in. Is anybody tuning in? Yes, somebody's tuned in. I want to thank you for tuning in. 4 people tuned in. Thank you, and thank you. If you say hi in the chat room so I know who you are, I can address you personally. Like, thank you, Bob, Ted, Chad, Missy, Susan, Oliver, Hensford Grubnish. I don't know, so I have to use my inner spiritualness to try to glean your name. And who knows, I could actually be saying your real name. You don't know what you don't remember what your name is before you were born, and then your parents give you a name which may not be your actual name. So me throwing out there, hey, Ellen Stu First Nurses, that could actually be your real name. I could be right on. But if you like being called by the name that your parents gave you or that you gave yourself, make sure you say hi in the chat. And if I'm not following you and you need a follower, you can all use a follower. Then say hi, and that will allow me to go to your channel and subscribe and make it really easy on me. I'm not saying you have to subscribe or follow me and like and subscribe and all that. You don't have to. That's entirely up to you. But if you need a follower, just say hi and I'll go to your channel and subscribe. It doesn't matter to me, and I don't care if you have any videos or not. I don't care if you play Candy Crush. It doesn't matter. you're here, you came into my live stream, and that's worth a free follow. So please take advantage of that. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Everybody talk about plot music. I always thought that was Rick Dees for the longest time, and it was a band called M. Eeny, money, mo, anywhere you want to go. Talk about pop music. It'll be great one of these days when YouTube and the world works all the copyright stuff out, and they're like, you know what? We should let people that are doing live streams listen to music and play music videos from other channels during their live stream. Rather than penalizing them, you know, we have the technology to, you know, make sure if there's any monetization or anything that if they play your video, they're going to get a penny. Let them play as much music as they want. They might have to share a percentage of a percentage of a percentage with a bunch of other people when they listen to music, but why not? It's always about money, man. Vast tracts of land. Yesterday I did something wrong, and this thing, these wings were flapping like a bird. I was overspeeding on takeoff. Didn't set the auto throttle right. And this thing, yeah, I had it flapping like a bird. I thought if the wings can rip off, they're going to rip off at any second. I managed to get it under control. But man, you know, everybody's like, oh, I love living for the wing flex. I love seeing the wing flex. Yesterday, I gave extreme wing flex. It was nuts. Madness, I tell you, madness. I think I get Wing Flex Performance Video of the Year. I just chalked it up to the plane having a good time. It was happy. Ebnat is 28 miles. Ednab. Where are we at? We are at 28,000 feet and climbing, Commander. Subspace frequencies are clear. Let me double check. No, I don't want any of that. Yep, subspace frequencies are clear, Commander. No Klingons on the radar as far as I can see. Okay, let's look a little ahead here. Let's go to our subspace.
Contact Vancouver Center on One Tree. Fife. Good day.
I'm going to 1335. I don't know what we are. Kineas, is that what we are today? DME. I don't know what we are today. What is the plane number?
Charlie Alpha Hotel 88. Acknowledge.
Charlie Alpha Hotel.
One Tree. Fifekin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88.
Vancouver Center, Kineas, Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 at flight level 305, climbing to flight level 380, right?
Vancouver Centerkin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 is at FL Tree 05, climbing FL Tree 50.
Oh, FL 350, not 38.
Alpha Hotel 88 Vancouver Center radar contact. Continue to IBNAB.
All right, IDNAV, here we come. One of these days I'll be hip. Know how to speak to ATC. All part of the process of becoming a Skydude. Okay. After EDNAB, 50N18, Menbo, and then we have a discontinuity. Let's go to the next page, click on TULOB, go to the previous page and click on the discontinuity. That moves TULOB up and hit execute. Great. Oh yeah, chart. Okay, so what we're looking for here on this ILS is, as we approach, these are our waypoints coming in. Down here at the bottom of the side profile.
The Kettle Valley Steam Railway is a heritage railway near Summerland, British Columbia. The KVSR operates excursion trains over the only remaining section of the Kettle Valley Railway. This section runs from Fulda to Trout Creek, running through West Summerland and the Prairie Valley Railway Station. The line runs through vistas, orchards, vineyards, and over the 73-meter-tall Trout Creek Trestle. Trains are operated from spring through fall each year and include special events such as the Great Train Robbery and Christmas.
Oh, the Great Train Robbery, okay.
By ex-Canadian Pacific 280 steam locomotive number 3716, built in 1912. The railway also has an Alco S6 diesel electric locomotive originally Southern Pacific number 1050, more recently owned by Portland Terminals, the Neptune Bulk Terminals in North Vancouver.
165, minimum 4,100.
Truck Shea locomotive, Mayo Lumber number 3.
165.
From the BC Forest Discovery Centre in Duncan. It was returned to Duncan on September 17, 2009. Passenger rolling stock includes 2 XCP coaches and 3 XDP stock cars converted into open-air cars. All trains depart the Prairie Valley Railway Station in Summerland.
All right, so our course setting as we approach in is 165, and our waypoints are VIKTI, V-I-K-T-I. We need to be at 6,500 feet. At EBCOP, we need to be on course setting 165 at around 5,200 feet. At Ulbud, we need to be at 4,890 feet, and I don't know which one of these. In the SkyVector PDF, you get a big X, which marks the spot where you're supposed to hit your approach. So it's either going to be Epcot or Ulbud. This thing has 3 cats. Cat 1, Cat 2, and Cat 3. Now, that's the distance that when you initiate a localizer and an approach, okay, and your aircraft computer shakes hands with the ground computer, it starts automatically managing your descent down to the runway. Okay. Now, the higher the number of cat, okay, so Cat 1, I'm not sure if this is showing the range, but like 2,600 feet, okay? It's good for 2,600 feet in a Cat 1. 1,200 feet for a Cat 2, right? And then Cat 3 is supposed to be the most precise, that it can lead you in from like 0 to 600 feet. You know, so that's the way I understand it, that the larger the cat number, the more precise and close it can get you in. I guess they're saying, look, even if you have no visibility whatsoever, I mean, just the worst case scenario, you can't see the runway. And if they've got a Cat 3, it's supposed to be able to get you to the runway. Okay, other things I need to pay attention to that I haven't been is that both of the autopilots need to be engaged. Okay, that I've been hitting my approach way too early, and I haven't been using a localizer when we turn for final before engaging the autopilot, and I'm getting jumpy and also trying to make sure that we have the proper frequency, and I'm not entirely sure about that. Okay, they've got a radio panel down here on your deck, right? And it's got ILS and VOR frequencies input there, but it's wrong. Okay, so we just saw over here on this chart, it's telling us the ILS frequency is 109.15. The ILS or localizer for 17 left is 109.15. And the name of it is ILG. So 109.15. $109.15. Okay. And I guess standby or active, I'll try to put it in the top. 109.15, so that's active. So all I can do is cross my fingers and hope that I'm able to pull it off and that everything is set right. Or chances are we're going to be doing some more go-arounds like yesterday. Dangerous. So if we miss the runway and we have to declare missed approach. So it says we're coming in here, we're coming into the funnel this way. Follow the arrows, the fat ends in to the runway. And I'm guessing if we fail, it's telling us climb to 4,100 feet on a heading of 110 degrees out to the Oksani radial 133, the Oksani waypoint, and hold out here. We're setting 315, then turn around and go 133, then turn around and go 113, blah, 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 blah.
Vancouver Center on 134. 55. Good day.
Good day to you. So that's the VOR. The VOR is 1167, and its name is YYC. So 1167. And I'll plug that into VOR.
Did you hear my last transmission?
I did now.
Our crew will now start serving
for
lunch.
Kin Charlie Alpha
Please make
Hotel
sure your tray
88.
table is in the upright position.
Vancouver
Enjoy.
Center Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 FL Tree 50. Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 Vancouver Center radar contact. Continue to 50 and 18.
Kin Charlie Alpha.
And we're the right altitude now.
Contact Vancouver Center on 1.
Okay.
2. Good day.
Great. All right, we're at cruise.
Kin Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88. Did you hear my last transmission?
134. 2 Kin Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88. Vancouver Center Kin Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88 FL Tree 50.
Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 Vancouver Center radar contact. Continue to Menbo.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Picturesque. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Cheers. Hope you're having a great day. Cheers, cheers, cheers. I know looking on social media, it's like the world is just killing everybody. It's so sad and bleak, and don't let it get you down. Things have got to turn around. Things can only get better, right? In the immortal words of Howard Jones. Hey, I want to take a moment to show you what I'm doing. What I will be doing this evening, this afternoon, later this afternoon, after this. I've got a Jones, like I said, I've been playing SimCity. And so I want to quickly show you a teaser trailer for my late afternoon, evening live stream. You ever get a Jones to play something you haven't played in a long time? Well, I got a SimCity Jones that's been nagging at me for days. So I reinstalled it from the EA app, and I'm not sure that I'm happy about it. It's a madness, I tell you. A madness that's going to consume up entirely too much of my time. It is, too. Wicked. You see all this fancy stuff they're displaying in this intro teaser? Well, I always seem to implode before I ever get to the fancy future stuff. I think I developed too fast, etc., etc. So my Jones wants me to try and take it a bit slower on the development and pay much closer attention to the basics of the population growth and basic resource demands. I want to try to get multiple cities working together, buying and selling resources and goods, then maybe work up to transportation. It all sounds good right now, but I'm not sure how it's going to go this time. Anyways, I got the SimCity Jones, I tell you. The Jones! And it's madness. Truly, truly, truly crazy for breaking out SimCity again. But I've got the Jones. The Jones! And I want to use it as a platform right now where, okay, look, the Sims could be in trouble. And they know it. And even in their own questionnaires that they're handing out to all their insiders and people on in their testing groups, their questionnaires are directly about Inzoi. Well, what do you think about this that they're doing with Inzoi? And what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And what do you think about this? And then there's Parallel Lives, and there's all these other great simulators. Like this, flying simulator, driving simulators, construction simulators, all kinds of other different city builders that are coming out that do everything that Maxis should already be doing. And I've been using it as a platform to talk about the direction they need to go, which they should have been doing over the last 30 years that they promised. Well, they didn't promise it, but they demonstrated how we would be able to play SimCity and then load our Sims into SimCity and play them. And then they've never done it. Then they gave us SimCity 2000. And with SimCity 2000, you could create a city and then load streets of SimCity and drive around your city. Before there was Grand Theft Auto of any kind, there were streets of SimCity. People would be chasing you down in your car. You'd have to go make deliveries and people are chasing you down. Not only that, they're shooting at you. Smoke screens, machine guns, armor plating, rocket launcher, oil slicks, hover tires. Can you believe that? And that we used to fly, and we used to be able to use that and have those kinds of adventures in our Sim cities. And then they took it all away. And since SimCity 2000, really, we haven't been able to, I can't really speak on SimCity 3000. But since then, we've not been able to go back into our cities in a Sims fashion or Streets of SimCity or Simcopter or any other way. So for the last 30 years,
Contact Vancouver Center on 1 Tree. 6.
We're going to 1336. Kenya's Charlie Hotel, blah, 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 blah.
1 Tree. 6 for Kin, Charlie Alpha Hotel.
88. Okay. So Vancouver Center, Kenya's Charlie Alpha Hotel, 88.
Good morning, dear passengers.
At flight level 350.
Today I'm assisted by co-pilot Ann Elizabeth Kelly. Welcome aboard flights 88 inbound to Calgary. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 29,000 feet.
We're at 35,000 feet.
250 knots. It's 9:31 a.m. We anticipate a comfortable flight in spite of some mild turbulence. On behalf of all crew members, we thank you for flying with us today.
We do. I do.
Back, relax, and
Yeah.
enjoy the rest of the day.
You are the VIP. You are the VIP. So yeah, they've been promising us that they demonstrated that what we could do. Will Wright, there's videos on YouTube. I'm not lying to you. There's videos of Will Wright, the creator of The Sims and SimCity, showing you how to load your, that eventually we would be able to load our Sims, and he's doing it. He's like, here, I created this little corner of town, and now I'm loading my Sims into it, and all right. So we've asked them and been on them over the years. When are you going to finally deliver the goods? When are you going to finally give us what you've been promising us this whole time? The greatest bait and switch ever. And now, with Inzoi coming up, and everybody saying, oh my God, what should we do? What should we do? Well, what do the people want? Well, the people want to drive around in their cars, and they want bigger cities, and they want region play, and they want there to be an economy, and they want to be able to build taller buildings, and they want to own every business in town and be able to modify and control every business in town, and they want to decorate everything and control everything. Oh, so you mean they want SimCity? Well, everything you just said, that's SimCity. Well, what? Inzoi's already got cars in their base game. Well, it's in a big state of early development. They've got cars in their base game. You don't think that they can deliver now on everything that you promised us 30 years ago? EA, Maxis? I'd fire everybody at Maxis. Well, not the creative geniuses behind all the development. Those guys. It's the people that are in charge making the decisions. Fire every one of them and get on my hands and knees and beg. No more than that, though. It gets weird after that. And beg maybe Will Wright to come back and let's finally deliver the vision that he promised us and showed us way back then. Bring back SimCity. Bring back Streets of SimCity. Bring back SimCopter and a new SimFlight, so you can also do airplanes and other things. Bring back SimPlanet. Give people way more room if they want it. Heck, you could bring back Spore. SimCity Societies. The Sims Town Kit. The Sims Tower. Heck, you could even bring back Sim Ant. So to kill off all of your other Maxis titles,
Charlie Alpha Hotel 88 contact Edmonton Center on One Tree.
When every one of those can also generate kits, content, and expansions on themselves. You have made one of the biggest blunders in gaming history ever. And all your greatness is
Kin Charlie Alpha
gone.
Hotel 88. Edmonton Center Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel.
You squandered it all, and then you've nickeled and dimed the Sims community the whole time.
Hotel 88 Edmonton Center radar contact continue.
And you've managed to stretch it out over 30 years and not deliver and wait for the next generation of kids to come along who have no idea what you were supposed to deliver and what you've done. Forgive me, I'm speaking directly to EA while I'm flying. These kids today, all these influencers and people running these cool Sims whatever live stream channels, and they're all influencers, and oh, we got a great new pack, and we got this, and we got this, and we got that. You got nothing. Not that that isn't brilliant. Don't get me wrong. Everything that they've created is brilliant, magical, amazing. There's something amazing in every iteration. Mind-blowing. But sometimes it's one huge step forward and several huge steps backwards. But can you imagine being the people that are responsible for not producing SimCity regularly or even upgrading the old ones to keep running? Especially 2000, and continue to work on a streets and a tower and blah, 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 and all those other things. But now here we are in 2025. And now you've got to up the game even more. No more, well, let me load Streets of SimCity and then load my SimCity into it. And then load my custom Sims into it. Now it all has to be one unified experience. So if I own SimCity and then I buy the Sims, I can work on my city, click on a building, and it transitions into Sims gameplay. I can click on a car and it transitions into streets. I can click on a helicopter. There's a big fire, and you know, the normal Sims in my SimCity they're okay, but this is a big fire and they're not going to be able to do it themselves. They're going to fail and I'm going to lose half my city. But I've got a specific firefighter Sim that I've been working on, and his traits are superior and he's awesome. And if I click on him, who I made live right next door to the fire station, he can respond faster than them all. I can do it better than them all. jump in and handle the fire by myself. There's an astronaut career, but it's a rabbit hole, meaning that you can click on it, you can't actually go to space and do any groovy things. It's just cutscenes. But you purchased Spore. Well, now you can take your astronaut sims off-world, explore other worlds, create other worlds, move people between planets. If you don't want to play with humans, why bother? Maybe you want to bring all your crazy Spore aliens to your Earth cities. You want to do an actual alien invasion and repopulate Earth with all your Spore alien sims.
Descend and maintain FL240 kin, Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88.
240. Will do, Capitan. Sending to 240. All right. So it is my opinion that that is exactly what they do need to do to save the Sims now, is realize that everything they ever needed to create everything that the people wanted for the Sims is actually all the other SimCity content.
Kin Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88. Please expedite your descent, FL 240. Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88. You are 58 miles southwest. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors, ILS runway, 17L approach.
We're out.
Kin Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88. You are 56 miles southwest of Calgary. Descend and maintain 8,100 feet. Contact Calgary Tower on 118. 4.
8,100 feet. Flight level change. Acknowledge.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Tower on 118. 4 kin Charlie Alpha, Hotel 88.
Mount Pocatera is a rocky formation named after the Pocatera Creek in the same region. It is located in the Elk Range in Alberta. This peak is located on the crest of the ridge, about 1.5 kilometers north of Mount Tirret. It is not labeled on the 1:50,000 map. On the map, this is a long, thin, ridge-like peak running north-south, and joined the lower Mount Tirret. The peak is reportedly a double summit, with the north summit slightly higher.
So Victi is the one we really need to pay attention to. Good, we have quite a few waypoints still. There's Victi. 6,500. Epcot, 5,800. Ulbud, 4,890 feet. And runway 17 left. We've gotten the clearance all the way there. Expect... I've got the 160s. This one says 167. I don't see... I don't know how to make sure that the DME is there. We should have... I really don't know enough about this aircraft. You're supposed to turn on the DME? Distance measuring equipment? I did plug in the VOR and the ILS into what I think is the appropriate place to put them. Oh, that's looking really nice out there. We got to get outside of the plane. Wow. Cheers to all the people in Tulab down there. This is like our Colorado Front Range. The mountains all descend, and then they start descending into a large plain. This is Colorado, Denver, Colorado Springs. This is basically looking this way. This is the same. This is exactly what it looks like in Colorado. You've got way more aggressive mountains that stretch and really get more aggressive going back in there. But overall, I mean, ours is a little bit more tame on the interior. But make no mistake, this is exactly the same. So, stretching to the south, we have in Colorado Pueblo, and heading that way is New Mexico. Colorado Springs would be here, and this is where I normally fly. Looks just like this. Heading north along the Front Range, you've got Denver. And then keep going, and you've got Wyoming, Nebraska out there, Kansas out there. Back in there, Aspen, Telluride, Sterling, Red Rocks, Boulder. Speaking of Boulder, they've got a Coors factory there. Yes, sir. So I'm hoping today we can escape Canada, and I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just that something keeps happening on all of my flights that are taking me away from Vancouver Island, Victoria. Every flight I make, something's been going wrong, and we keep respawning there. Yesterday was just like this, a long flight taking us far away, and then I landed and taxied and was going to park, and the plane teleported to a location, I don't know where it was, and then it says, you've landed at the wrong airport to complete this mission. You failed. What? So that's the chapter title today is Can't Escape Canada. And let's hope we can break the curse today. Again, there's nothing against Canada. It's lovely. I'm glad I'm flying here. I haven't seen a lot of this stuff before. I don't know that I've ever been north of here flying. But I've got to move on, you see. And I must be moving on. Like a ship without an anchor. Like a slave without a chain. What is the next line? Just thought of the ocean ladies send shivers through my brain. I don't know. I'll have to come up with something airline-y about that one. Thought of those stewardesses doesn't really work. Flight attendants doesn't really work. Just thought of those stewardess ladies send shiver through my brain. Now we'll go on shining. Shine a light, brand new.
Italian Park is a geoglyph site in southwest Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It is located on Signal Hill, overlooking the Tsuut'ina Nation, as well as lands formerly known as Camp Sarcy and later Sarcy Training Area, a military reserve used by the Canadian forces from before the First World War up until the 1990s. The park extends over an area of 93 hectares, north of the Elbow River.
North.
Heritage value is associated with its dedication to the heroic efforts of Albertan soldiers during the First World War. The site contains 4 geoglyphs, numbered 137, 113, 151, and 51. The large, whitewashed stones, totaling 16,000 in all, form the centerpiece of the park. Arranged on the side of the hill, and visible from various parts of the city, they represent the battalions numbered 137th, 113th, 151st, and 51st.
Well, I imagine that's maybe where it's at. I don't know. That nice airport over there. And we have an airport over here. Zoom, baby. I think that's an airport. Could be wrong about that one. Not wrong about that one. That's an interesting little gorge valley. I see us. There we are. Superman trying to intercept a plane. Yahoo! What? We're at Victy already? What? Is that our airport? Where are we at? 8,000 feet. We still haven't reached the altitude we need to be at. Yeah, we got to turn around and head back to Victy. And we need to be at Victy. We're supposed to be at 6,500 feet. So let me keep heading out there until we get down a little lower. I don't want to turn and try to descend that fast. No. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Cheers. How are you doing today? If I knew your name, if you said hi in the chat, I could address you directly. I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. But thank you for tuning in. Cheers. Let me grab my coffee. 24 minutes after the hour. And Franz, you know what that means. Franz, I have missed the 20-minute mark and missed our smoke break. Suppose I can try to just step outside of the cabin, or, well, don't want to upset this guy. Wow, that hair. So I'll stand over here, and there's got to be an air scrubber around here somewhere. that I can blow my smoke into. Smoke if you got them. Cheers. Yeah, I suppose I could use the drone. No. There we go. I'll hang out in the back on the floor. Who doesn't like laying on an aircraft floor smoking a cigarette? Now I'm free falling. That would be a fun place to party. They don't offer seats in the whole in the baggage. Like, well, we don't have a lot of baggage today. You want to hang out down there? Yeah, I do. I'd start lining these things with really thick cushions. I'd still put a bunch of seatbelts or handholds or something around. But, you know, couches, rugs. I don't think a hot tub or a pool of any kind would be a good idea down there, but as far as padding couches and cool. Some big planes, they have like another deck above or below, you know, triple deckers. Those have got to be a blast, especially the ones that I've heard that for long flights, like one of the upper areas, like a whole room for the flight crew. They go up there, there's beds in there, you know, refrigerators, they can hang out. So it's really nice to see that other 737 variant for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is the VIP business luxury one. And if you haven't seen it, load it up, get in the drone. You can't really do views with the camera to get in there, I don't think. I haven't figured out a way to do it. So, but use the drone camera.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Great. And
Captain, let's drop our speed below 250 knots until we reach 10,000 feet.
Aye. Yeah.
Calgary Tower, Kin Charlie Alpha, Hotel
88 Calgary
9 miles
Altimeter
north
30.
inbound, ILS
One
runway,
cleared ILS
17L
runway
approach.
17L approach.
Olds is a town in central Alberta, Canada within Mountain View County and the Calgary-Edmonton corridor. It is approximately 61 kilometers south of Red Deer and 90 kilometers north of Calgary. The nearest towns are Didsbury to the south, Bowden to the north, Sundre to the west and Three Hills to the east. Olds is located at the intersection of Highway 27 and Highway 2A, 5 kilometers west of the Queen Elizabeth II Highway. The Canadian Pacific Kansas City's main Edmonton-Calgary line runs through the town. Geography. Olds lies within the grasslands natural region of Alberta. Downtown Olds is about 1,041 meters above sea level. In 2018, the town covered a land area of 14.87 square kilometers.
Still to be 6,500. 765. I'm not clicking that to remind you to do anything because you can do what you want. I just live for the noise. Love it. Since I was a little kid, my first flights, I try not to abuse it and sit here and just push it all day. You know how memories, they call them engrams, like you can hear a noise, a sound, a smell, whatever, and it triggers a bunch of memories? It's like pressing the endorphins button. You can tell who did a lot of flying as a kid 8,400 feet. And I think we're far enough from Victi that we can probably turn around now. Let's make our turn a little bit more shallow. Shall we? Not so aggressive. Just take it easy. Last few days have been just entirely too aggressive and problem-laden. But at the same time, it makes for great live streams. Yesterday's disaster multiple attempts at landing. I finally put it down, but it was nerve-wracking. And I suppose that makes for a better show than, well, just another typical flight, and everything went without a hitch. I am Kineas the Skydude, after all. Oh. It was nothing like that. It was more like, oh my God, why, what? Oh my God. Oh my. I shouldn't say OMG so much. It's just, what? No. Never ending. No. I really don't like getting old. I pulled up a video of like a recent interview with Bill Collins, and it's like, oh my gosh, he's so old now. Man, I really dig his stuff, and especially with Genesis, of course. And I've been listening to a lot of their stuff again lately. The Jones, to listen to that. But in particular, I Don't Care Anymore. Anomo. Right, that's been on my mind. Home by the Sea, that's always a good one. Not so much. I've been listening to the one that used to freak me out. Mama. I was one of those kids who would stay up late listening to late night radio because sometimes the satellites and the whatever, and I could pick up music or people that were simulcasting stuff from the UK. So it's really late one weekend night and I'm staying up trying to get the radio receiver to work so I can tune into programs from the UK, and they're introducing, they're going to play some cuts off the new Genesis album. And Mama comes on, and I'm really getting into it right when it starts, and then he breaks out with that ha ha ha. And those other noises that he makes. Little teenage Kineas was freaking out. I'm like, oh, I want to turn off the radio. I am scared. So I finally recently went through and read like the wiki on it, liner notes kind of stuff, and like, what is this about? Now it all makes sense. I get it. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Hello. Hey. I hope you're doing good. 34 minutes after the hour, grab my coffee and raise a toast to you. Cheers. Here's your health, well-being, and prosperity. I'm trying not to crash. I'm trying to keep it really calm and try to do this right, because yesterday was just nuts. All the practicing that I've been doing, I mean, it paid off. I didn't just give up and crash the thing. I just kept going around and just do whatever you got to do to get back around. All right. So, Victy 6,500. We can probably, I want to say we should be able to go into localizer. That says no. No, you were denied. Come on, you. So 6,500, Ekbob 5,800. Ekbob is next. 31 miles to Victy. And no sleep till Brooklyn. So after this show, if you don't mind, after this show, I'm going to be taking a short little break, and then the one that's driving me mad right now, and I've got the Jones for again, is SimCity, and I'm going to be playing that. I played for like 13 hours last night. I'm really ashamed to admit that. But I've got the Jones. You ever get a Jones to play something you haven't played in a long time? Well, I got a SimCity Jones that's been nagging at me for days. So I reinstalled it from the EA app, and I'm not sure that I'm happy about it. It's a madness, I tell you. A madness that's going to consume up entirely too much of my time. So, you see all this fancy stuff they're displaying in this intro teaser? Well, I always seem to implode before I ever get to the fancy future stuff. That is the truth. I think I developed too fast, etc., etc. So my Jones wants me to try and take it a bit slower on the development and pay much closer attention to the basics of the population growth, basic resource demands. I want to try to get multiple cities working together. That's buying and selling resources and goods. Then maybe work up to transportation. What? Oh. It all sounds good right now, but I'm not sure how it's going to go this time. Anyways, I got the SimCity Jones, I tell you. The Jones! And it's madness. And now I've got some madness going on over here. What have I done wrong? Oh my, what is it? 22 miles. We're not too heavy, not fast enough? Why would it do that, Captain? What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? Help us, Skydude out. By calling myself a Skydude, that's not like calling myself superior in any way. It's just not like you real pros. It's just a Skydude. Not Sky Executive. Sky Master. Sky Conqueror. Vanquisher. Sky Dominator, you know. Skydude, just do. ILG. Is that what the name was? ILG. So it looks like we've got the right localizer, ILG. So I'm looking here on the blue screen, right up here, ILG, course setting 167, DME, which I don't know why. What am I doing wrong, Captain? Why don't I get the DME for it? Both commands are on. Flight director, put it on. Course setting. 167 there, 167 there. Yeah, and I don't know if I'm supposed to have them down here in this. And ILS in the active mode. Got some sun right on it. Uh-oh, that seems to be rocking us. Keep on rocking me, baby. $11 miles. And then 4 miles to Epcot. The strange names you folks have up here. And that is 5,800, right? 5,800 and then 4,890 for old bud. Great. It doesn't tell me I can't be below any of these. Usually there's like a line above or below, like you can't go at this point. Do not be below. And it's just all flat out in front of us. So I don't see any problem trying to come down now. I've got the diamond appearing on the display here. Let's try to see if we can get the localizer to come on. I'll be darned, we did it. Got it. Good. So, plane is now going to try to center up on the localizer beam. Again, this has got a Cat 3. It should be able to lead us in from a distance, a large distance. It's got 1, 2, and 3. So it should be able to guide us in accurately. And then as we approach, more and more and more accurately as the Cat 2 kicks in and the Cat 3 kicks in. That's the way I understand it. If I'm wrong about that, please correct me again. I'm just a learning Skydude. Okay, lowering for the cop. Gotta get a move on. And let's start slowing down.
Airdrie is a city in Alberta, Canada, within the Calgary region. It is located north of Calgary within the Calgary-Edmonton corridor at the intersection of Queen Elizabeth II Highway and Highway 567. Airdrie has a population of 80,649 as of 2023, making it the fifth largest city in Alberta, after Calgary, Edmonton, Lethbridge, and Red Deer. Its average age is 33. Airdrie was first established as a railway siding in 1889 during the construction of the Calgary and Edmonton Railway, named for Airdrie, Scotland. Airdrie originated as a stopping point for steam trains next to Nose Creek. Only railway buildings existed until 1901 when the first farmhouse and barn was built, followed by a store.
Come on, drop.
The village of Airdrie was incorporated in 1909. The Nose Creek Valley...
The glide slope diamond isn't moving.
Airdrie's past and history.
Oh, come on. Says 4.6 miles. There we got. Now we got solid glide slope diamond. It's moving down. All right.
Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88, please acknowledge.
Okay. The diamond is centered. Hit approach. It's got it. It has control of the plane. Get the speed down. Where? Didn't say.
Flaps over speed, Captain.
Whoops. I'm going to disengage. Turn off the autopilot. Oh. Uh-oh.
Kin Charlie Alpha Hotel 88, contact ground.
Uh-oh. Now they're mad at me for that. And when you land, it does this weird thing where you're normally throughout the whole flight, you're hitting the R key to respond. And then here, once you get here, you, like, it breaks. Dun, dun, dun. So not the prettiest landing, but way better than yesterday. We didn't end up not having to do a go around. Flaps up. We didn't have to do a go around, and a little bit bumpy. Managed to keep it on the runway. Boy, they want us to go a long way. Take the long way home. Welcome to Calgary. I haven't been here either. I don't know where the nearest place, the great place for lunch is. I can look it up on Wiki and find out. It's my treat. Thank you for tuning in. I can't thank you enough. Thank you. I see you out there. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Sorry if I scared you with that flight, but Nate, I'm still learning, always learning, always learning. I don't know what would be good to eat around, terrain like this. I would imagine that big game foods are probably available here. On the more tame end of things, probably, in the beef or lamb category, I would imagine this would be a good place for it. But every place now is kind of like others. I mean, you're always, now it seems that you'll always have a selection. So it's not, meaning that there's a Mexican place here, there's an Italian place, there's a Chinese place, there's probably a Starbucks, a McDonald's, other main chains that we could also hit up, and then you've got your local mom and pop places. But it's now not limited to what the local environment. Whatever. There's probably some good lamb around here, I would imagine. You're into lamb chops. Genius, how dare you? You're not a vegan. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend. That's the way I was raised, so. I am more conscientious these days, but dang it. And then I botched that, really? That's what I botched? Funny. All right, what happened there? What's wrong with my reverser? Am I stuck on something? Really? Why is it so slow? Maybe it's just a little bit naturally slow in this aircraft. Safety first, you know? It's like it gives up right here. It's like, I don't want to move. You're embarrassing me in front of Jessica. Really? Come on. You crazy thing. Still says I have not stopped at the parking stand. What are you talking about? Do. Well, we did it again. I'm better, much better than yesterday. Still absolutely far from perfect, but way better than yesterday. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, good afternoon. Cheers. Here's to your health, well-being, and prosperity. One moment. Okay. Yeah, missed a lot of air traffic control calls. That landing they're not happy with at all. But hey, look. The hearts and minds. 4 missed air traffic control transmissions, 4 taxis speeding, 1 flight level 100 speed limit. That was a lot worse yesterday. All right, we did it. Okay. Let's see what if they're gonna reward us with any little reputation boosts or not. They take it away. Ooh, that was rough. I'll take it. It's my own fault. I hate it when it's not my own fault. Like again, the last couple of days, something always going wrong at the end of the flight to make sure that I spawn in Canada. In Vancouver. Mid-level 129. We get like 13 fireballs around now. We always get initiative. I don't know. We've got to have some really cool other aviation powers. Okay, let's see if we've opened this part of the map. Hit it. We're not stuck in Canada so much anymore. We're still there. But now, tomorrow, maybe we can use one of these larger flights to get the heck out. Or just decide to go north. I don't really care for the Beaver. Not like the de Havilland. Wow, these guys are all turn around. No, turn around. We're not going that way. These pay mad amounts of money. Look at that. Sometimes they get down there in Colorado. You can make so much money doing the agricultural aviation. Flying an airliner, you think would make the most money. No. Although that's a nice flight right there. To Los Angeles, really? I hope that's available tomorrow. If so, then I think that's what we're going to do. We will get out of Canada. I love flying the Cessna Grand Caravan. Where's that taking us? Wow, it's a long one. Stony Rapids. If you have any opinion on maybe tomorrow if these are available, doing an airliner or taking a Grand Caravan, which would you do? LA or excuse me. I'm all full of phlegm. Or Stony Rapids. All right. Again, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to get prepped. I've got the Jones, so this is what's coming up here shortly when I get it all situated and loaded and take a little break. But this is coming up. You ever get a Jones to play something you haven't played in a long time? Well, I got a SimCity Jones that's been nagging at me for days. So I reinstalled it from the EA app, and I'm not sure that I'm happy about it. It's a madness, I tell you. A madness that's going to consume up entirely too much of my time. You see all this fancy stuff they're displaying in this intro teaser? Well, I always seem to implode before I ever get to the fancy future stuff. I think I developed too fast, etc., etc. So my Jones wants me to try and take it a bit slower on the development and pay much closer attention to the basics of the population growth and basic resource demands. I want to try to get multiple cities working together, buying and selling resources and goods, then maybe work up to transportation. It all sounds good right now, but I'm not sure how it's going to go this time. Anyways, I got the SimCity Jones, I tell you. The Jones! And it's madness. After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, Tuthill was compelled to become Kineas, a Skydude.